Oh, come on.
I'm Kyle Nix, Dragonplex Dojo champion, and you are watching Main Event Wrestling Network. And you better keep watching it too, or else. You!
Yeah, that's what he said. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Top of the morning. We are high as fuck. I am the Great Brown Hope, joined as always by my main man, Blantino. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Not high enough is the problem.
What are you waiting for? Get to it.
Listen, I was trying, but I don't want Kyle yelled at, so we ain't gonna smoke on this.
Man, Kyle's busy working. He'll watch this later. It's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. You know what I mean?
Do that.
At least for YouTube.
Maybe he's still so high from his Summerslam trip, all the fun things that he did this weekend, that he just won't even care.
Man, that network coverage was insane. If you guys aren't following us on the X, Twitter, or
GBH. I said, guess what, GBH? We put that forward to the 5 on the bottom because now we on the road to 500.
I was gonna say follow us on X at Main Event first, so they get to see all of our fun content that was on the interwebs. But yeah, we are on the road to 500. But me and Blantino here, we are on the road to 420 subscribers. We want to get to 420. We got to get to 420 before we get to 500. We can only do it once. So help us get to 420 right before we get to 500. And we're going to have a super fun special for you guys. We're all going to get fucking faded on camera. I mean, at least if we're allowed to do so, but whatever. Welcome to Kayfabe Coffee, episode 50, The Wake and Bake. I want to talk about a few things. I'm sure you want to talk about a few things. You had 7 watch-alongs this week?
I mean, we're live every single day. So, we had watch-alongs. We had Buffer Slam. We had, there's
Buffer Slam. That was fun.
That was great, wasn't it? Yeah.
I like it.
Well, yeah, we hear all the time. Man, I literally, with everything that me and you were talking about before we started going live, I've literally got to the point where I just want to do a 24-hour live stream just to, being live is weird. Just, helps me just, forget about it all and just, decompresses the anxiety. It's crazy. So
damn, a full day of Tino's time, huh?
I don't know. I feel like I'd have to do that, but then I have to take a couple of days off. I would have to definitely do it to where then it's we're not doing a couple shows for a day. So a couple of days. So yeah,
that would be fun. You could always ask guys at the network to do your watch-alongs, as a special guest host.
That's true. Yeah. Yesterday.
No, go ahead.
I said yesterday I was having issues again last night during Raw, and thankfully Lamar, my friend that comes and hangs out with me, he was there. So he was Tino for an hour of this episode because I was having all these issues. I was great. I was I appreciate it. I'm going to give you the YouTube money for today.
There you go. See, you've already got a roster set up, and then you could always have Jay Gold or Kyle or both of them do the watch along for NXT, and then they leads them right into Night Shift.
I've been trying. I don't know if Kyle could do all 3 hours like that. I've been trying to get Kyle and Jay Gold to come on, and then they go right into the night shift, man. But I will say, seeing Jay Gold's face bright and early this morning on the transitional pop was kind of, for the background when you put it on. It was whoa, Golden, Elder Sam.
Transatlantic pop. Hey, but no lie, on that mixer we just had, we were the better two. They weren't as fun as we were. You know what I mean? Everybody in the comments was saying it. ESPN was saying it when they watched our mixer. They said that those Wake and Bake guys are pretty good together. I mean, we are the highest rated team. We are the highest viewed team. We are the highest team in general. So what do we want, Tino? Can you tell these people what we want?
If we don't make sure my coffee, but we want the smoke.
We want the smoke, yo. Oh man. All right. Well, we had a bunch of stuff on the network. The network guys were at SummerSlam. We had OPA 3-way, Kyle from OTM / NXT Night Shift. / everything he does here. Tucky was out there. Our boy Pluggo was out there.
Man, their Bella Twins entrance was something.
Yeah, that was something real fun. The Bella Twins entrance. Do we have it? I think we have it. Let me see. Should we play it one more time? I don't know. What do you think?
That's
I don't think we have it.
Go check it out on the X.
Yes. Go follow us on X. I think it's still available on our X. But if not, we'll end up retweeting it eventually. We had a lot going on at the network as well. We had a mixer, we had some watch-alongs with Tino. Let's go to the comments real quick. I got wifey in the house. Hi, baby. I love you. And then we got Big Bad Boris. What's up, big dog? How you doing?
Come on.
Looks like we got a bunch of people at the door trying to get in, but we're all out of tickets. Sorry. So
warehouse is closed down.
Let's jump right into it. We got the Summerslam recap. I got to ask you one question before we talk about it, Tino. After watching that event, do you think that needed to be a 2-night event? No. Do you think we could have squeezed all that into one night?
I mean, they could have put both nights into one. Yeah, and I mean, I think that's the thing. And I will say it. I talked about it on Saturday. Was it Saturday that we did the show? Sunday? I don't even know anymore.
It was Sunday.
2 days ago was a long time. So, but I mean, I talked about how it just doesn't feel the same. Like I remember having parties, SummerSlam parties. We would watch it at Neighbors. We would do this. We would do that. We do all the things. And it just, I don't know. It didn't feel like that. But for some reason on Sunday, it felt like that for me. I don't know if it was just because whatever, but it did kind of feel like that. And it was just one of those things that I felt like the matches were a lot better on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And I feel like there were some things that they could have just left out. And again, at the end of the day, they could have just not had everybody on the card. And I think that's the thing. Yes, it's all about them making extra money. It's cool. And it's cool. I think that's the biggest thing is really cool about the 2 nights events. It's not even the pay-per-view. It's everything that the Opway 3-way did, Kyle did, Pluggo did, and everything else. It's like all the stuff you can do that's around SummerSlam. Like that's a fun weekend that Kyle and them will never forget. And it just like when I went to Elimination Chamber, just being there and for a couple days, and obviously it was only one night, but it just that's where it's like I feel like it works for the 2 nights. But being at home and watching it on your TV, it just like I felt like it was over at like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, well that's great and all, and it was a good show, but
yeah,
I don't felt like that it was they just could have done. I don't know. It's just one of those. It just And we talked about it on Saturday because I don't want to go too much into Saturday because we talked about Saturday already. But I mean, that Hell in the Cell match was it was 11 minutes. It was what it was, and Elder Sam made good points on Sunday about it, and it was just like it wasn't as good as I personally thought it was. I still have to go back and watch it, but the more and more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, it really wasn't that great. So. I just think the 2-night events is all about the money, and it's honestly more about what's around SummerSlam than I feel like the actual SummerSlam event.
Yeah, because I would have honestly, I would have had Trick and Corbin on SmackDown, Sammy versus Finn on SmackDown, and the 6-way women's match. I would have had those on SmackDown because I mean there are times to have the SmackDown at that same stadium or a stadium close to where the pay-per-view is, right?
Yeah. And I mean that's the thing too. And like you mentioned, the reason obviously they had Sammy and Finn is they must have obviously knew they were gonna have the return of Mr. Fight Owens Fight. Welcome back to the WWE. Hell yeah. I mean, again, after the injury that he had, the fact he's even able to wrestle again. So I mean, obviously that's why they did that and everything. And I'm really interested to see what they do with Nick Aldis, because now Nick Aldis he's never gonna wrestle again. Like I think that's a lie. He'll wrestle sometime. So I mean, I think that was, but yeah, I mean, you're right. Some of these matches, it could have been Friday night SummerSlam or SummerSlam.
Like WrestleMania week.
Yeah, and that's honestly how I feel like they should treat SummerSlam and WrestleMania week. And those should be the only 2 shows that are 2 nights. Like if they start making the Rumble 2 nights, Elimination Chamber 2 nights, like what are we gonna do? We're gonna have Backlash 2 nights. Like
the Rumble is 2 nights, though, right?
Huh?
The Rumble is 2 nights.
Is the Rumble 2 nights next year in Saudi? I don't think so. I don't know. It might be.
I feel like the last Rumble was 2 nights, but I could be wrong.
I can't remember, but I mean, because I was even talking to one of my friends, and he's like a casual. He just has 2 kids, a lot of problems, and he can't watch all the time and everything. And he's like, "What are they gonna do?" He goes, "Like, we're gonna have a couple matches and then have the women's and the men's on each night." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do." Or just like Money in the Bank. Why we don't need Money in the Bank to be 2 nights? Like, I love, and maybe it's the anticipation for some of these events, but I like when it's the one night because it's like it gives me something to look forward to, and sometimes that's what I get excited to do. Like for me, like I get excited to watch the Sox games and pay-per-views every week or whatever. Like that's my looking forward to things. And I just think like for some of these 2 nights sometimes just don't hit the same. And maybe because I'm older, maybe it is whatever, but I don't know. And that's why I would be very curious to talk to like some other people or maybe like dads that watch with their kids to see, because I just always remember being so excited and being like, dad, can we do this? And so
yeah.
But Sunday was definitely a lot better than Saturday. I will say that. I mean, the matches were good. The returns were good. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns was great. I mean, so.
I mean, coming out of this weekend, it's got to be Chelsea Green. That's the big star, right?
I was just about to say that was going to be my favorite moment from Sunday, Chelsea freaking Green, and not Tiffany effing Stratton. As much as I love you, Tiffy Tom, she did not win that match. Thank God. So I said it on Sunday, Chelsea Green or Lash Legend, and you give it to Chelsea Green because, again, at the end of the day, she's probably going to be a transitional champion. But at the end of the day, you can never take away that Chelsea Green had a moment at SummerSlam in Minnesota and is referred to as a champion, no matter if you try to say interim or not. Because we don't know how long Rhea's out for. And, I mean, again, Rhea could come back, Rhea couldn't. And who knows? Maybe they take off that interim and she's just the champion after,
There's that
Rhea,
too.
We've seen it happen before where they just take away the interim and it's like, well, Rhea's out for whoever was out a longer period of time. And maybe we don't see Rhea and them come back until after Royal Rumble season. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see where this goes. But yeah, Chelsea Green's moment. I felt like I was watching WrestleMania 32 with Zack Ryder again, Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
It was the exact same thing. And I talked about it too. Like it was even the moment like with Chelsea Green. She did the same thing that Jericho did at WrestleMania 24 in the ladder match where she got stuck. But Jericho got stuck and never moved. She figured her way out and got the win.
He said Jericho got stuck and never moved. He was just
he did it. Bro, he was like laying there. And then he finally got, and I remember because I've seen the match like 30,000 times. He finally fell and then he laid underneath the ladder. So what the hell are you doing?
Do you know which ladder spot will always stick with me though? Is when Ric Flair fell off the ladder in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and he was just like screaming in pain. I think it was Matt Hardy that threw him off the ladder, and he was just screaming in pain.
23.
Yeah, the second Money in the Bank, and then he came back out later on, right? He came back out and like, yeah, he's still in the game, the 30th player in the game.
And then he took another bump, and he just fell. It's so funny because I guess it's just me, but when I hear others talk about like WrestleManias and Royal Rumbles and stuff, and I've just seen them so many times because that's like my comfort thing. Like if like WrestleMania season, summer, like I'm rewatching all the old ones. That's why I love the retros because I watch it anyway. So it's like I don't know why, but I just like when people talk about stuff like that, I'm like I've seen that happen so many times that like when I see like trivia things and they're like, who was that? And I'm like,
yeah, I know what it is.
And others are like, oh, well, I don't know. And I'm like, damn, I really watch way too much wrestling. So, and the fact that you said that, it just, because I just watched WrestleMania 23 during WrestleMania season. It always gets me when they, like, why was Ric Flair in a Money in the Bank match at 80-something years, 60-something years old? Like,
and the thing about it is that, like, that's when they had qualifying matches. So he had to qualify for that match. And
I think that old bastard. I think he qualified against Carlito or MVP, too. I remember
it was Carlito.
Because when I was doing my retros for the WrestleManias, when I would like go back and watch all the WrestleManias, I went back and watched all the roads to WrestleManias during that time, like the 3 months. So I was like, yeah, you're right. And that's the thing too about these, like, we're just gonna have people added to Money in the Bank, and it's just like I wish they would bring back the qualifying matches and stuff because those things always made it better. And I kind of like the multi-man one matches, kind of like how they did for King and Queen of the Ring, because you really don't know who's going to win. And there was a couple surprises there. So I kind of hope they do that again, but we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, I like qualifying matches. I love them. It gives you a reason to watch the show, aside from like, oh, I got to watch the show. but the multi-man doesn't work. I mean, at least not for me. It's like throwing everybody into the match, and it's lazy booking because now you're booking one last match with every fatal four-way. I mean, if you're gonna have a multi-man match, either make it elimination or just do a fucking battle royal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do a tournament, do a real tournament. Like stop bullshitting.
As Roman Reigns had to open on Monday Night Raw, you don't just get to come out and hand out championship matches. You got to go enter a tournament. Go enter a tournament. Go beat somebody. Go do something. Because guess what?
He said, "Go win a battle royal."
Yeah, literally. He's like, go win a tournament. Go win a battle royal. He said, go do something. Because the megastar LA Knight is coming after the OTC. Something again I didn't expect. But the one thing I will say is it was 3 months ago. I can't remember what I had for what I did yesterday. But I felt like Raw after SummerSlam was better than Raw after WrestleMania. Because there were just a lot of things that happened. And that's kind of how it felt for me, especially with certain things. Because we've been talking about LA Knight and Roman Reigns. And then all of a sudden, like 6 people in my chat before it started buffering the last night. We're like, oh, we're finally getting it. LA Knight's going to win. When's it happening? Money in the Bank next week, blah, blah, blah. So. It's something new, and as LA Knight said, the fact that him and Seth had their match at SummerSlam with no interference was great. That was what we made it even better too, because we didn't have any shenanigans. So I want to see LA Knight have a match. Obviously he's not gonna win, so that's the thing again. He's just unless they pull the trigger, but I doubt it.
I don't know. I mean, what I like about this is, I mean, we don't have to talk about it later. We can talk about it now since we're already talking about it. I mean, they opened the show. They had their promos, just like you said. Roman said all those things to LA Knight. LA Knight had things to say as well. And then later on in the show, you see Roman Reigns talking to his loser cousins, right? Yeah, his loser cousins that they couldn't beat Solo and his friends. And they're talking about, oh, you know, we'll take care of LA Knight. And Roman Reigns tells them, nah, you guys already had your chance. You guys couldn't get it done. He's going to handle LA Knight. He doesn't want them to touch LA Knight. So that immediately eliminates what everyone's been complaining about. Oh, if we get LA Knight and Roman, it's going to be the bloodline again, blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, we're going to get Roman and LA Knight one-on-one, and it's happening. LA Knight, once again, featured on weekly television on a big spotlight 2 times. It was on TV 2 times yesterday, right?
Yep, and we continue to talk about it. You're on TV, you get paid. I mean, Matt Cardona talks about it all the time. So again, the fact that he's continuously in segments is big. They obviously see
in the biggest angle. In the biggest angle,
he's useful. Like, and that's the part there. He's playing his role, and at the end of the day, it's like baseball. Not everybody's gonna have the power. Not everybody's gonna be able to steal bases. Everybody's gonna be able to, you know, get a little base hit and hit it in a Kansas City special. But they figure out their way, and that's the thing where just they're in their roles, and that's sometimes how you got to think about it.
Yeah, and then they were feuding with LA Knight before. They were teaming with LA Knight. You know what I mean? Like the dynamic is there. The story has come full circle. Usos couldn't get it done. Now we're gonna get Roman and LA Knight one-on-one eventually. How they do it and go about it should be fun. I mean, with what Roman said last night, we could get LA Knight in the bank.
I mean, it's the way it's going, honestly. I didn't even think about that because I was talking about last night. Maybe they wait till October to have that match because he mentions WrestleMania. He said, wait, give me a one-on-one with nobody interference. Give me a wait till WrestleMania. But, I mean, we don't have another PLE until Saturday night's main event. I mean, that's not even a PLE. The next PLE is in October, Money in the Bank. And he mentioned it like 3 times. So, but you're right. I mean, he could very well enter the match and then win. And then maybe he cashes in that night. Never know.
Yeah. Or the night after.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it happen before. And a fun fact for you, if you have not noticed, and I was wrong, Elder Sam was right. I swear I thought Brock broke through all of the things every time. But this one I do know. The last 3 to 4 years, they have had one of the Money in the Bank cashed in very early on, and then the other person, if it's the man or the woman, holds it for a little bit period of time. Mm-hmm. So I'm interested.
They don't have 2 suitcases walking around.
Yeah, so I'm very interested to see how they do that. But, you know, I'm one of those where I notice a lot of things, similarity, especially when I watch stuff so much that it's like, oh, my God, like they really – like storylines sometimes. I'll watch a storyline, and I'm like, shit, they did this like 20 years ago. They just took 2 different superstars.
My question is, if LA Knight wins the Money in the Bank briefcase, does he do the usual where everybody just sneaks up on somebody that's a weekend champion, or does he call his shot ahead of time? and books his match in advance. Who's done that? Lesnar has done it. Rod Van Dam did it. John Cena did it, I believe.
Yeah, and that's it, I think.
And I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
There's been nobody else that has scheduled their match ahead of time.
No, wait, there was one more.
Well, you should know this answer, Tino.
I know, as I say,
watches the most wrestling here.
I know, as I say, I watch wrestling all the damn time. I think it was Braun Strowman.
Yes, it was Monster in the Bank. Yeah, he did call a shot in advance. I think it was against Lesnar too, right?
I think so. I don't know why. I just remember him and walking around with his damn briefcase or whatever, and so And we've also had a lot of people like that have won it, like Mr. Kennedy, and it's like that story with Mr. Kennedy, WrestleMania 23 that we're talking about. Mr. Kennedy wins the Money in the Bank. He gets hurt. They think it's a big serious injury. They strip him of the briefcase, and then he's back a month later. Awful.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I just, one of those things that, we've seen it happen so many times. It's like they give it to a person, and then they're like, damn, we made the wrong decision. So.
Yeah, I feel like if LA Knight wins the briefcase, he has to call it in advance. I mean, if he sneaks up on Roman and wins it that way, I don't know if that's going to be as credible. I mean, yeah, there's the pops, there's the excitement, there's the whole you never know when it's going to happen, but it also doesn't give that person much credibility either. You know what I mean? It's like you had to beat this weekend person to get the belt, like when Liv Morgan beat a weekend Ronda Rousey, and now you had to sell that Ronda Rousey can't beat Liv Morgan in a regular match because in the rematch, Liv won, right? When Ronda got a rematch, Liv won?
I think so.
But I don't know if it was via shenanigans or because Ronda had beat somebody else. But you still had to put yourself in that predicament. I think with what last night's promo is based on, where Roman said he has to win something, if we don't get any title matches, any qualifiers, anything from now till Money in the Bank, LA Knight wins Money in the Bank. I mean, he doesn't need to win it either. I mean, yeah, he won a 6-man, but he can still be in Roman's ear. He's still relevant to the Bloodline storyline. Obviously, that's who we're going with next is Roman versus LA Knight because CM Punk called out Oba, right?
It's looking like that, yeah.
And then now Braun Breaker's going after Oba too, which we'll touch on that in a bit. But if LA Knight wins that briefcase, he has to call a shot in advance. He has to book his match. He's got to book it for the next pay-per-view, be the main event of the pay-per-view, and everybody who's an LA Knight fan has to show up and show out. They've got to buy his gear that night. They got to show up with signs. I mean, you can't do that if it's a surprise challenge like everybody else. It's just going to be forgotten. I mean, I've already forgotten about a couple of those surprise challenges, but I've remembered all the matches that are booked in advance. I haven't forgot about Rod Van Dam versus John Cena at One Night Stand. That was probably the best use of their Money in the Bank briefcase
at the time.
Big match,
yeah,
which is what they should be using it for, is to book big matches. I mean, yes, the return. I mean, not the return. The sneak in pop is great for television. It's great for a moment, but you could use that to sell pay-per-views easily.
Well, yeah, and I mean, if you go back and if just like as we've talked a lot about the retros today, I mean, if you think about that, and that was one that I've watched a million times too, that just the way they did it, the way Rob Van Dam won, the way it was ECW One Night Stand, the way they went back and forth, and how these guys had signs, and how John Cena got booed out of the building, and then Ed
exactly. It was all prepared in
advance. It's funny as you mentioned Rob Van Dam, and here's the action figure in the briefcase. I love it. Look at that, pulling it out of nowhere land. So, but I mean that, and this right here, bro. This right here, this might be, bro. This briefcase right here might be the coolest customized briefcase ever. Right here, I love this thing so much.
No BS, dude. The only figures I want, because I used to collect them a lot too myself. I have a shitload in storage. But
real quick, I got a penta. I got a penta in the mail last week. I open it and his leg falls off.
Like Turbo Man and Jingle All the Way when he opens the bilingual version and it falls apart.
Bro, I love Jingle All the Way. Big Show is in Jingle All the Way. Did you know that?
Of course I knew that.
Okay. Did you know that? I didn't know that until like 2 months ago. I was listening to a podcast and they said it. I was like, wait, what? I've been watching that since I was like 10. Man, it's so great. Every year.
We were watching it with my younger cousin, and he had said, "That's Hulk Hogan." I was like, "You dumbass! That's not Hulk Hogan. You stupid. You don't know anything." But like the only figures I want to collect when I decided I wanted to collect them for real, were the figures with briefcases, and because I was always a big Kane fan, when Mattel started doing the first figures, they had two different Kanes. They had I don't. It wasn't defining moments, but I know it was the elites in the black box. You know what I'm talking about, right? In the first waves. Yeah. He had the towel over his head, the chains around his hand.
Yeah, I've been looking for that thing for years, and
I still have it. There's two versions. There's two versions of it. There's the Mattel one, and there's the ringside exclusive one. That one has the gear. It's the Kane that could talk when he had like a hole over his mouth.
Yeah.
When he could actually speak clear English. Yeah, I have both of those. And then I really wanted the Kane with the Money in the Bank briefcase because that's when he had won it. And I that's the one I can't find for cheap, man. I want that one bad. If you have that one, I will do a straight up trade for you for the one you're looking for.
I'm dead.
Straight up trade, 1 for 1.
I will definitely see if I have that Kane in my collection. But
get to it. Go right. I'll talk about Raw. You go look for it.
He said you go look for it. Is it the one that comes with the red briefcase inside? Is that the one that you're talking about?
No, he won the SmackDown one.
Was it the SmackDown one? Okay, then I don't think I have that.
Yeah, Kane won the SmackDown briefcase.
I think I have it
cashed in the same night on Rey Mysterio. Fuck Rey Mysterio.
That's why you love Kane so much. I get it. It all makes sense.
It was like Kane. I loved Kane growing up. Like everybody liked The Rock, Stone Cold, but I loved Kane, man. Kane was the shit. I mean,
Kane is somebody too. Like we're talking a lot about Money in the Bank, but Kane was somebody that won Money in the Bank and did a lot of he cashed in right away, and he kind of made a little bit of a name for himself doing that. So LA Knight very well do the same thing.
I will say this: if it wasn't for Kane winning the World Heavyweight Championship, Daniel Bryan may not have won the World Heavyweight Championship because after Kane had it, that's when they were trading it with Big Show and Mark Henry. Remember?
Oh God, yeah.
And
that's cage match at the Royal Rumble with Daniel Bryan is just engraved into my brain for some reason.
That match was awesome. I loved it.
It was.
Yeah, you had two behemoths and Daniel Bryan. Like, come on! Like they were trying to sabotage Daniel Bryan so fucking bad, and he still looked amazing. Like he just got himself over with us for stupid shit like that, like having to go up against Big Show and Mark Henry. Like, no guy Daniel Bryan's size is gonna win that fight. But we're talking about Daniel Bryan here, man. But back to what we were talking about because now we're way off the fucking rails.
Hey, that's okay.
LA Knight has to call a shot. And let me see. If we're looking at the pay-per-view schedule right now, let me see. Live streaming Supercard. Shut the fuck up. Let's see. What do we got coming up?
The next pay-per-view is Money in the Bank, other than Saturday night's main event on September 6th. Or Sunday night's main event, actually. And I think that's the first night of football. Right. So, hell yeah, we back, baby. Also, football starts this week, JB.
Okay, so here's what we got. We got August 30th, Heat Wave. September 6th, Saturday night's main event. September 26th, Worlds Collide. And October 10th, Money in the Bank. And I don't know why Sunday night's main event isn't mentioned there. Oh, we got a couple comments for Eric Douglas real quick. Jingle All the Way was my shit. It's still my shit, brother.
Every year.
So call it, man. If LA Knight wins Money in the Bank, he will be champion at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And where is Survivor Series this year? Houston, Texas. Oh, damn, that's rough.
I know.
Is he over in Houston? Do we know?
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, but it's time. This is a message for all the LA Knight fans. It's time to show up and show out. You're getting what you want. He's going to be in the main title picture now with just Roman. I'd say you guys have made it. I'd be happy as hell to see this guy on TV right now if I were you. You need to appreciate what you can get. After that, we got Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. Honestly, the right guy won here. It doesn't hurt Page to lose to Evans. I mean, they're both in the Intercontinental Heavyweight title division. And, I mean, if you're not going to give Ethan Page the belt, you can't be giving him every win. So against Javon, it makes sense. He could get his win back. You know, they're both hot up and comers. They're both trying to find their spot. And then we got Big Cass's debut. What do we think about that, Tino?
I mean, with Javon Evans and Ethan Page, it's like one of those rivalries just in the NXT. Is I feel like these guys are gonna fight until they're like 60 again. So I mean, whenever they have a match, it's always good, and I feel like no matter who wins, it doesn't really hurt anybody. And obviously, it does seem like this was the way they wanted to introduce Big Cass. I mean, we've talked about it, and I've talked about it. Everybody was kind of maybe hoping to hear Enzo, bada bing, bada boom, the realest guys in the room and everything, but I really am interested to see Big Cass have a singles run. He obviously didn't have the one that he wanted. They tried. Everybody, I think, maybe seems to forget. I think it was Vince, obviously, that was still in charge. But Vince, after they broke up Enzo and Cass, he tried when Enzo went to the Cruiserweight division and won the Cruiserweight title on 205 Live. And all that, it just didn't work. So I'm interested to see how it goes. And even in the interview he had with Kathy Kelly or Jackie Redmond, I forget who's on Monday nights, he's like, nothing towards you, Javon. I'm just here. I'm ready to go, and I want to show up and show out. And again, he really didn't do too much in AEW. He was with Jericho a little bit, the Learning Tree, I think it was, one of the groups that Jericho was in. And then he kind of did a little bit. I think he was the tag team champion with Sammy Guevara, I think, or somebody random it was. So I just think that it's going to be interesting to see where he goes, and I'm ready for it. I think it's another addition to the roster, and as I said, it just kind of like, you know, it felt like the Raw after WrestleMania. We got a couple call-ups, we got a couple signings, and I feel like the roster kind of resetting a little bit in a certain way with having a couple people show up and stuff. So I'm excited to see, and it's never bad to add somebody new to the Intercontinental division. We've talked about it a lot. The NXT stars taking over, and Chad Gable, and I mean,
and they have so many moving pieces that you can just put anybody into there and it'll work because everyone's already working as a cohesive unit to make the division better. You've got 5 or 6 people in that division now with one more guy like Big Cass in the mix. Now you've got a chance to do 6 different singles matches, 9 or 12 different triple threat matches. Or if you want to do a championship scramble, you've got the guys for it. I mean, there's plenty of people to keep Chad Gable busy right now. Big Cass inserting himself into this division makes a lot of sense. Obviously, we're going to get Big Cass versus Rusev, which I am really looking forward to. He attacked Page too, right?
Yeah.
Or just Evans?
Oh, yeah. No, no, he did not attack Ethan. I think he attacked just Javon.
What if Ethan brought in Big Cass? Do you think that's something that could be in the works? Or, I mean... Then again, with the solo promos,
I know. Imagine like a faction with Ethan Page, Rusev, and Big Cass.
Ooh, that's insane!
It just is such a random 3-person team that you put together. It's like one of those like My GM or My Factions or one of those like freaking baseball things. You just like build the 3 people that you have. You have $15.
Yeah, I mean, when I said keep Ethan Page and Rusev together, what happened? They've been together ever since, and it's been fucking magical. I also actually I was gonna say I wondered why Rusev wasn't there, but I think he was in LA on Sunday or something because I remember seeing that he wasn't gonna be at SummerSlam. Yeah, he was at a convention in LA. I remember now. There was a convention here, a sports convention or a sports card. I'm not sure, but it was the same day as SummerSlam Night 2. I thought I was going to be at work, so I didn't buy tickets to go, but I had seen Rusev was going to be there for a couple hours, so I was like, oh, I guess that means we're not getting Rusev on SummerSlam, so we're probably not going to get Ethan Page, but that's okay. We'll see him on Raw. I mean, it really isn't hard to take the next step here. We're probably going to see Big Cass against Ethan Page as well, which is going to be a lot of fun if that happens. That's going to be a nice dynamic to have Rusev and Ethan Page's corner just looking out for him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just like making sure Big Cass doesn't destroy him or anything. And then they're going to have a face-off. I'm calling it now next week. Ethan Page versus Big Cass. And then Javon Evans comes out and attacks Big Cass. Ethan Page and Rusev join in on beating up Javon Evans. And then Big Cass beats them up too. Quote that shit, bro. That's exactly what's going to happen next week. Watch. And you're going to tell me when we're talking about this, like, dude, you called it. You absolutely called it.
I mean, you're
saying it every week.
Yeah, you do. I mean, there's been a few things, especially you called right on the point that it just like, damn it. And we're 6 days away every day, and I don't. It's insane.
Why am I here?
Yeah, why am I here?
You're here because you're the best co-host I could get, man. We're here to get high as fuck, my man. We want the smoke, yo.
I'm gonna start streaming this to my channel too, so I'm getting paid for it.
so we get paid for it. You better come in on that shit.
I mean, I guess
I will come to your door and I will request royalties, motherfucker.
I'm not going to steal anything. I have to now. I have to go through my whole house, man, and make sure that shit's not stolen. I was going through stuff, and there's literally stuff in boxes that's mine. I'm like, what are we doing here? I'm like, I don't have a fucking pizza cutter, man. I need to cut pizza.
They're trying to take your pizza cutter?
Yeah, like, what the hell are we doing here, man? Like, come on.
That reminds me of that AEW spot where they used the pizza cutter and they showed Domino's.
I think I ordered Domino's that night.
you said, damn, that sounds good. Domino's sounds like a great idea right now. Oh, man.
Domino's or Pizza Hut. Those are only two pizza places I like out here. I don't like the Wisconsin pizza places that they have. Just all, I don't know, it tastes gross.
Yeah, I feel like the elevation is different there. So, I mean, the pizza dough wouldn't quite be the same for local spots. I think you'd have to, like, acquire a taste for it or something.
Yep, exactly. And I just don't have the energy or time to do all that. People keep trying. They keep trying to give me Brewers or Packers ads, and I try to rip their heads off because I will never, ever, ever root for anybody else but the Chicago sports team.
Guy. Fuck it. Tino's real, huh? Tino keeps it real.
Just like the Bella
time.
You know, Brie Bella before also just with SummerSlam too. Brie Bella has a serious injury and is out, so we maybe get Nikki and Paige, or they recreate something else. So,
but they beat up Paige after the match.
I know, well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe like Paige is a face, and then Nikki and goes one-on-one with Paige.
Oh, okay. You know, it's just the way you said it sounded like now they can team. And I was like,
I don't think they would team. No, just a singles match. Because I think Nikki said she wants to wrestle till 2027. So I think what will happen is Brie's probably out till the Rumble. She'll make a return again, and then maybe they have a match at WrestleMania next year for the titles. They finally. Hopefully everybody's all good and they win the titles then, and then they have a little run and then they retire. I could see that. I think that's exactly what's going to happen, but we'll see.
I mean, they're Hall of Famers. They don't need another run. They're done. I mean, that's another thing we'll talk about another day that we always talk about.
I forgot. Oh my! I forgot to send it to you because I wanted you to show it. Did you see that meme that it was like, well, Nikki returns and then Brie gets hurt. It looks like a sign the Bella Twins should just retire, and the guy's face is just priceless. I wanted to send it to you to show you, but I forgot. So
I mean, like I get it. They wanna keep doing what they love to do. Sure, whatever. I think what it is that they see how well it's doing and they feel like they have to be a part of it. They've helped elevate Fatal Influence. Honestly, they have. They were probably the safest bet for Fatal Influence to work with to get over because, I mean, they're certified Hall of Famers, obviously. I don't know why, but their place in history has been etched. There is no going higher from here. They wanted to give them the tag belts because they're fucking tag belts, and it's like, oh, the Bellas have to have one tag belt reign. But yeah, it's just like you said, they've overdone their welcome. Honestly, they need to let the other women shine. If they come in, maybe once a month, once for 2 months, every year, every 2 years, that doesn't hurt. Like the Trish Stratus run, when she just shows up, does a couple matches, does some promo, does some merch for her sales, and then she goes away and gives people their spot, lets people do what they got to do. And then she shows up again 2 or 3 years later when they're in Toronto again. You know what I mean? Like things like that aren't bad. You know, you're not taking food off somebody else's plate. You're not forcing nostalgia on people. And I forgot who else was it that showed up. Like Mickie James too. She just pops up every now and then in WWE too. Like she doesn't have to be there all the time. She pops up and she gets crazy.
She was out there with Nick on Saturday.
Like she was just there watching the match and people went crazy for her. Who else? Molly Holly was in the crowd. People went crazy for her. You don't see Molly Holly all over TV all the time taking people's spots. She shows up at the Rumble some years, but she's not on TV taking people's spots. You know. Yeah. We got some more comments. The wifey said, it sounds like you said 4 local spots. I mean, I am wearing official 4 local merch. If you guys
I know. I don't know how I feel GBH wearing a hat. It's weird.
It's because of the hair. It's the hair, man. It's a lot of hair.
I feel you.
Why my last run with hair, honestly, it's everything's starting to turn gray. My facial hair is starting to turn gray. It's happening, Tino. It's fucking happening, bro. The one thing I've been avoiding my entire life, it's happening.
Well,
I don't know what I'm gonna do. You obviously can't relate because you have no soul. Your hair is red and will always be red. You are the big red machine, literally.
literally. There we go. Man.
You're a shorter Eric Rowan. You're a reverse Eric Rowan. Your hair grows up here, not on your face. You're Rowan Eric. Rowan Eric. Yep, that's who you are. Oh man, you're my boy, Tino. All right, let's run through the rest of this boring ass episode of Raw. The second match, huh?
I said, but why? We got Liv Morgan, or we got Roxanne Perez taking on Sol Ruca.
I'm getting there. I know you want to talk about Liv Morgan. I know how much you love Liv Morgan.
Oh, I love one day. Love it so much.
We had Roxanne Perez versus Sol Ruca, old lady of the sun. Obviously, Sol Ruca has no fucking friends. The numbers advantage got the best of her. Maybe if she hadn't started shit with Zarya would have had her back. But it is what it is.
Zarya's got her own issues.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. If Sol Ruca hadn't pissed her off, she would have been in her corner backing her up against Judgment Day, and we'd probably have Zarya on the main roster. Thanks a lot, Sol Ruca. Judgment Day beats up Sol Ruca. Becky Lynch comes back, yay! And then Stephanie Vaquera comes back, yay! Everybody goes crazy. The end is near.
So why are you so sarcastic about that?
I'm not being sarcastic. I was trying to show that when Becky Lynch comes out, they said, yeah, like the crowd was excited. And then when Stephanie Vaquera came out, they were even more excited. Ah, like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to, I don't know how to add the pop sound effects. I'm doing the best I can here, Tino. Help me out.
I just, listen, I don't know. As I said earlier, when they both returned, I was excited. And it seems like Becky's now a face. So that's interesting.
Apparently.
Yeah. Apparently. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I kind of been interested to see. We're going to get some bullshit 6-person tag team match next Monday, though. You know damn well. Becky, Stephanie, and Sol taking out Roxanne, Raquel, and Liv. So, calling them my shot there on that. But, I mean, I thought it was good. And it was good where it was at in the card because it brought, as I said earlier, the adrenaline. And the adrenaline rush was like, okay, let's continue on and let's get through the rest of the show. Because some things and sometimes it just drags and, yeah. But, I mean, I really enjoyed it, and I love Roxanne and Sol Ruca, 2 NXT superstars, and finally seeing Roxanne kind of get a little bit of a singles matches is nice. I think she should be the one to take it off of Liv, to be honest, but it's probably going to be Becky or Stephanie. Just do a triple threat fucking Saturday night's main event and take it off of Liv. Like that ass.
I don't know. I mean, does Becky have a viable claim to the title? I know Vaquera does, but does Becky have a viable claim to it? It's like Roman said, we can't just show up and bitch about title shots.
I mean, I agree with them, but Becky Lynch is going to do whatever the hell she wants, and I don't, so I'm sure she will. Or they'll have a number one contenders match, and there'll be a disqualification, and then we'll have a triple threat.
Or what if we did Becky versus Raquel?
Becky, Becky said she don't want that title no more. She made that title already.
Oh, she said that?
Yeah, she said she don't want that title no more. Because everybody thought she wanted her title back, but then she's like, no, I don't want that. I already made it prestigious. I want your title. And then Liv's face was like, oh my God.
I saw that part, yeah. It was just like, oh, she's like fucking losing it. Man, you can tell her breath stinks.
Man, I mean, her face, her poor face, man. Her eye, her face, her forehead. The girl can't catch a break, man. I just want to give her a hug.
Fucking Tito over here. Justice for Liv.
I mean, out of seriously. I mean, as much shit as I talk about Liv and the Liv Morgan crybaby fans. I mean, that shit looks like it hurts. Imagine walking on you with your face looking like that, man. It hurts me just thinking about it. Shit, I have a zit on my forehead and it hurts. You
sit on your forehead?
A zit on my forehead.
Oh, I thought you said. I was like, how the fuck? You must be flexible as hell. I mean, fucking Tito.
No.
Oh man, I mean, the triple threat makes sense if we don't get one-on-ones. They will definitely pin Liv for the belt. I mean, you can't have Steph or Becky eat a pin right now if you want to take Becky seriously.
That's why I think they do a triple threat.
Yeah, but and also with a triple threat, there's the possibility of Roxanne and Raquel getting involved without disqualification. So there's that too. But I mean, obviously they would get thrown the fuck out eventually at some point, especially if Jessica Carr is involved. Which, if Becky is the face, do we eliminate the Becky versus Jessica Carr dynamic? It just goes away now.
I don't think it should ever go away. It should be like a Bailey Michael Cole thing where no matter what, they just don't like each other, and just every time they see each other, it's just like, oh, ugh,
no, it's you again. That's true. I mean, but I'm excited. It's going to be fun. I like it.
It should be interesting where it goes.
I'm more excited to see.
At least Liv has competitors, and we're maybe going to get more title defenses. So, because I talked about it. Yeah, I talked about it on my show yesterday. What was the point of Liv winning, and what's the next for? And now we know what's next. So,
yeah. And then we had Obafemi and Paul Heyman backstage. I said it in my blog right before WrestleMania that Obafemi and Paul Heyman would end up working together eventually. It's happening. Based on that interaction, before we go into more about it, we had Braun Breaker versus Joe Henry, where he literally like ran through him, right? He's just like
pretty
quick match.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is when my internet started taking a shit. So this is when Lamar started taking over for Tino's time last night. So this was fun. But yeah, I mean, what I saw of it, it wasn't that long because by the time my internet came back on, it was like on the next thing.
And then again, all of a sudden, everybody quote unquote feels bad for Braun Breaker or whatever because of what he's involved in. But I mean, when he was doing his solo thing, people weren't really showing up for him either. So I mean, it's really convenient when people feel like they want to show up for people, but when they had their spots, they weren't really there. They were shitting on his Intercontinental Championship reign. There's only so much you can do to stay relevant. And I mean, with how everything's booked, how would you book Braun Breaker right now as a single star? There isn't much for him to do without hurting anybody else. You put him with Division. Now you've got to stick to it. You've got to stick to winning the tag belts because it was a thing. You gave it to them. Now they have to keep them. I mean, you can still build Braun Breaker as a single star from Division, but against who? You know, I mean, he looked great against Alpha Academy, right? You can give him another team to feed him, make him look great again. You don't want to do Oba versus Brock right away. I mean, Braun right away. That's definitely a pay-per-view match. I'd say keep feeding teams to Division. Keep making Braun Breaker look like a superstar, and he could easily tell Austin Theory some shit like, hey, I'm the one carrying all the weight. I'm the one doing all the work. Why do I got to be in this team? All you're doing is walking around kissing your girlfriend, talking about you're the world tag team champion.
Exactly. I was literally going to say that's all he's doing is literally.
Yeah. He's literally Kane and Daniel Bryan right now. I'm the tag team champions. Like, bro, like, you are not the tag. Like, you and Braun Breaker and Logan Paul and Bronson Reed are the tag
Logan Paul should be the tag team champion, but Logan Paul it should be Logan Paul.
I don't care if Freebird doesn't apply. I'm applying Freebird to this. All four of those guys are the tag team champion. Paul Heyman is a tag team champion right now. Okay? Put his ass in the ring to defend that belt too. If you're not going to give Braun Breaker more singles competitors, just book him to keep running through a bunch of jobber teams. Bring up some guys from NXT. Bring a team from Evolve. Anybody that they could run through, or at least
bring the Vanity Project in a match on Raw.
Oh hell no, not yet. You don't want to put them up against Division. What are you doing?
Why not? Just
not yet.
For shits and giggles.
I mean, obviously they've got big plans for Vanity Project. You don't want to
no. What we need to do is we need to bring up the fake OTM so Braun and Austin, or mostly Braun, could defeat Austin there, or beat up with the fake OTM, and then we could see Kyle and Tucker go and be the.
Actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind Vanity Project against Division when I think about it, because if there isn't a pinfall decision or they just beat these guys up, you could have Oba come out and clear house to where Vanity Project doesn't even lose. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to lose. They can look good in the match, and then Oba comes out and just destroys everybody because he has beef with Braun Breaker. I mean, it's the seeds are being planted. People are just not patient. People want everything to fucking happen in one night, and when it doesn't, it just blows up in everybody's faces, apparently. You just got to give everything time. Look at Chelsea Green, how much bullshit she's gone through. all the bullshit she dealt with when she found out that Michael Hayes was saying that she's not championship material. She still stuck through it. She was still the same Chelsea Green we love and we appreciate. And she didn't have to change anything. All she did was, she took her bumps. She kept going. She kept doing it for us. She kept doing it with the support of the fans, and now it's paying her forward. And like you said, even with how long Rhea could be out, she could just be crowned the official women's champion, or Rhea comes back and she beats Rhea. She could be a credible champion, but it all needs time. It all needs story. That moment wouldn't have been as big for Chelsea if it wasn't for everything that came before it. Same thing for Obafemi and Brock, and now Braun Breaker.
I mean, and also
look at Batista. I mean, you remember Batista and Triple H. How did Batista get over? Because little by little, he wanted to leave Triple H, and people understood that. They saw that. They saw, like, when he looked at the big gold belt and he held it, and he was like, "Man, I could be champ." The crowd popped crazy. I still remember that moment. The crowd was going crazy for that moment. And then Triple H walked in like, "Oh, hey, bud, thanks for shining my belt, or thanks for holding my belt." And Batista didn't want to let it go. So you can build Braun Breaker slow and steady.
Those storylines just back then were so good. The way they built up to it and the way they did it, or remember, I still remember sitting in my living room as like an 8-year-old watching the thumbs up and then the thumbs down and then them take it just all of those things that just
all those little things it had to build to it. You got to let it build. I mean,
based on everything happens for a reason. Unfortunately, Rhea Ripley got hurt. It's awful. But look at what happened. Chelsea Green gets her moment now. And it just, I don't know, based off of everything I've been through the last couple of years and everything, I truly just feel like no matter what, everything does happen for a reason. And God puts you in the situation that you are meant to be in at that time, and he doesn't give you too much. I'm not that type of person to talk about all of this, but it just, I don't know, man. It just truly seems like no matter what, everything does happen for a reason. Just like I always talk about Roman. If Roman never got and had his, the stuff he's went through and had to stay away during COVID, we may have never got the OTC. We may have never gotten, they talked about during the Shield. What if Seth never hit Roman in the back? What would WWE look like? Those are the types of things that you just truly don't know. But at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, because look at where the Shield members are. Look at where now Chelsea is at. From being the first person eliminated in 3 seconds in the Royal Rumble, to being fired, to being on NXT with Robert Stone, to being fired again, to coming back, and now doing this. I love it. I love those stories.
Now she's a world champion. I mean,
you could say interim all bullshit you want, but it ain't interim, because she's the world champion.
Yeah, Chelsea Green makes it feel like it's not interim. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to happen. That's why I was like, oh no, they're going to give it to Jade. Jade Cargill makes sense as an interim champion. They're just going to do Rhea and Jade Cargill again when she comes back, and that's perfectly fine, because they're just going to have Rhea win again anyway. Or it could go well with Jade Cargill second time around and her new baddies. But Chelsea Green winning makes sense too, and they pulled the trigger on it. Now she's a world champion. I would take the interim off of it myself. She deserves it. But based on the internet,
you don't know how long Rhea is going to be out for.
Yeah, there's that too.
Unless that's the plan, and maybe it's one of those 2-3 week things that they were like, okay, we'll just go rest, heal, and then maybe she returns at Saturday or Sunday night's main event or something like that, or a random SmackDown. And I keep forgetting that title is on SmackDown, because I was like, why didn't we see her last night? But she is considered a SmackDown superstar, so
she's gonna get a big celebration on Friday, man.
Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna get is Chelsea Green pledge allegiance to the flag celebration or something. Whatever the hell she wants to call it.
And then Rhea shows up. I'm back. What?
Yeah, I swear to man.
Rhea called it.
Okay, I can't. I could see it. I could see it.
Because according to the internet, they want LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, Dominic Mysterio, Braun Breaker, and I forgot somebody else, all in the main event title picture.
Yeah.
You can't do it. It's just not feasible. And now LA Knight is about to be crowned a world champion after all the bullshit he went through, and it's gonna be fucking worth it. And if people can't appreciate that, y'all don't deserve shit. After that, what did we have? My shit's taking forever to load.
The tag match with Penta, Chad Gable taking on the Judgment Day.
Yeah, that was actually a fun match to see and not have to see Rey Mysterio show up and mess everything up. We had that tag match. What did you
That's
think
fun.
about that one? Obviously, the story's still going. Chad Gable's Intercontinental Championship. Judgment Day has moved on from Danhausen. Penta apparently wants to be partners with Chad Gable for some reason.
Yeah,
How do we feel about that match?
I mean, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why he wants to be tag team partners, but I mean, it seemed like it was just a random impromptu tag team match. I really didn't understand how it got back and how it like started because my internet was still messing up. But I mean, from what I saw, it was good. I mean, Chad and Penta got the win, and it is what it is. But what are we gonna do? See another title match between the two, or I don't know? Because I thought that's what we were gonna get last night at when they, but you know. I don't know. Chad Gable, again, he's another one. I'm happy he finally was able to get his moment, too, in his hometown. Everything else, because after him not winning against Gunther a couple years ago, I thought they were never going to give him the title. And again, but he's another one. He talked about it with like Shorty G from the Alpha, what was it, with Jason Jordan, from like all the things that he's been through. Like, it's just one of those things that, again, everything happens for a reason. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I truly just really do believe that.
I mean, I think it all comes down to what gets into people's heads. I mean, you see stuff online and they try to tag wrestlers too, which is even worse. Like, oh, you deserve better, blah, blah, blah. Go to AEW, blah, blah, blah. I mean, all the shit they read, I mean, they see it. We think they don't see it, but they see it. And obviously it takes some sort of mental toll. We've seen some people walk away, ask for releases. I mean, I'm not going to say it's the internet that influences them to do it. But I mean, you see all these things and it could be really frustrating or probably pretty annoying where you've got people saying that, you know, you're just not good enough. That could take a toll on somebody. That could really derail their process that they're going through in the game to get ahead. So for them to keep going through all these things and stick it through, stay strong through it all, the payoff is coming. I mean, I know so many people have probably heard it and not gotten anything from it. Everybody's case is different. There's some things we don't know. You know, there's a lot of backstage stuff too that we don't know that goes on. You know, people walk out, people get fired, people quit. There's things we don't know about because we don't need to know everything. It's none of our business. But I mean, we've seen what Chad Gable's gone through. We've heard about what he's gone through. We've seen conversations about it. And look at him now. He's come out on top. He specifically mentioned Shorty G for a reason because obviously that was a low point for him. Fans felt like it was a low point too because people were supporting him on his singles run after his NXT run. So he's got the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship now, and he's got a strong case to show up in AAA whenever he wants and challenge for the Mega Championship, the Latin American Championship. I don't know if he's too jacked for the World Cruiserweight Championship because that dude looks pretty heavy in muscle. I'm sure he weighs at least 210, 215, something like that. But I mean, we all know Chad Gable can go, and now he's got one of the most prestigious prizes you can get. He is amongst the class of talent that has gone on to great things before and after that championship. So I mean, he's etched his place in the stars forever. You know, now he's a certified legend. No one's ever gonna forget this championship win or this reign. Honestly, there's so many ways he can go. He's got a whole line of challengers. Big Cass just showed up. He's probably gonna kick down his locker room door and ask for a shot too. So I'm all for it, man. And I wouldn't mind Chad Gable versus Penta Part 2 either.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't mind Chad Gable against Cass or even Chad Gable against Royce Keys if they were somehow able to figure that out too. Like, I mean, there's so many different type of opportunities, and that's the thing too with this roster. The roster has never been this deep. I talk about it all the time. I feel like it's like a Major League Baseball team. Like they got the majors, they got AAA, not literally AAA. But yeah, they got not literally. I mean, they do have AAA, but you know what I mean. They got AAA, they got AA, they got single A, and it's like literally, it's like watching. And that's my favorite because, like, you know me, I'm a big sports fan and the White Sox and all that. I love watching people come from like the AA's, AAA's, or like this year, the Sox have had 14 debuts on the roster, and watching all of these rookies come up and watching them play from like AA at 20 years old, now being in the majors, having these moments. It's just like watching Lyra or Soul or Tiffany come up from NXT in their first video packages, or right now Kendall Gray making a name for herself. And I love it, and it's just one of those things for me that I've just always enjoyed, and I always say, I'm gonna stop watching wrestling, I'm done. But now I want to see how long and how many title reigns Kendall Gray can get. I'm never gonna stop, no matter how many times I say it. So,
yeah. No, yeah, you make a good point. The roster is very deep. We've got a lot of shows, a lot of intermoving pieces, and really the best way to put it is just like you did with Major League Baseball. They've got their AAA division, their AA, their single A. Sometimes people will get injured and they'll go do a quick run in AA, AAA just to get back on their feet, shake off the rust.
Literally, and that's exactly what it is. Just like like a baseball player going on a rehab assignment. He goes down to AAA, he plays like 3 games, then he comes back because also when these people come back from injuries, it's not that easy. It takes a little bit of time, and it's just one of those things. Like they just expect people to be back right away. But let me injure your foot, and then you try to come back and hit home runs in a week. Like it's going to take a couple of weeks. It's going to take time.
Mm-hmm.
Not how that works. Unfortunately.
And before the return practices were dark matches.
Yeah,
they would slowly bring them back into the fold, and some people would already be like, "Oh, hey, this person's already working dark matches. Their return is inevitable, reportedly, or some bullshit."
I mean, but that's the thing too, like about main event too, or what is it, main event?
Now they show them on TV. Yeah.
WWE superstars or whatever they used to have. Like that's how like you kind of know people are starting to get called up because you'll see like Soul or Oba or stuff like that be on there. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, it's kind of like a tryout because in a way, it's kind of like them getting like a pre-call up. They're getting like an opportunity to perform on like a big stage, and in a way, going from NXT and Evolve. I mean,
yeah, because it was I think like 6 months before their main roster debuts. Kiana James and Sol Ruka were on main event a couple times. So
yeah, I mean,
and people keep shitting on main event, but I don't know if you've seen their last few episodes. They've had some bangers.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting on better matches than Raw and SmackDown sometimes. And we talked about it on Sunday with the Mixer. Like the best thing about the AAA and the old NXT is it's just like a 1-hour show. It's fast, it's paced, it does what it needs to do, and then it's done. It's not a 3-hour drag-on session.
Yeah. So. I think it was this last episode. It was LWO, Cruz del Toro, and Joaquin Wilde against Harlem Lewis and Harley Riggins, who are what? They're both in Evolve, right?
Well, yeah, and I think they were both on LFG season 2.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like that's a solid match.
Even that, like Shiloh Hill going from LFG on A&E to now B. He main evented in NXT a couple weeks ago.
There you go.
Like that's the thing. It's so cool to watch. Like you could be mad, you could say this, you could say that, but I mean that's how you got to build new stars, and that's how people are going to be made, and that's why it's like the trade deadline for baseball was like yesterday, and it's like you're seeing all these guys be traded, but like one guy could be the next Albert Pujols, and the next guy could be the next freaking Joe Schmo that sucks. Like you never really know, but seeing them be traded and you talk about it, like there's been guys, and like even if you look at like the pictures from like the training like 5 years ago, if you look at that class. Probably half of them are either in NXT or on the main roster now, and I just they have a very good developmental program and everything.
They figured it out because they only had the PC and NXT before, and now they've got AAA, Evolve, LFG. They're still working with TNA, so they have an entire
right.
And then Wendy Chu's going to be on TNA this week. There's that too. She's got a title match with Zaya Brookside. But you probably already knew that, right, Tino?
Hell yeah, especially after Zia Lee and or not Zia Lee. Wendy Chu. I mean, she was on TNA last week. Like that's the thing too. Like the Thea Hale and Wendy Chu are on TNA, and it's one of those things. It's like I kind of forgot Wendy Chu was still with WWE. She's kind of been here forever, so it's just one of those things. It's kind of cool to see them actually get opportunities, and that's the thing. Like they wouldn't have got those opportunities if there wasn't the partnership or Roman, as we'll talk about, be going down to AAA possibly, or like it just. Like there's things that happen that it's just like it's cool that they get these different opportunities and you get to see people if maybe you may not be able to.
And then I see these main event matches announced, and I'm like, why wasn't this on Raw? Yeah. You're telling me you couldn't squeeze this match in a Raw?
Well, exactly, especially when we have 30 ads and 17 backstage promos. And I love myself some backstage promos, but there's some of that, like, and you got to focus on everything because then now there's people walking backstage, there's people talking backstage, people coming out of closets, coming out of rooms. Maybe they're all making out, like we don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, they had I think Sol Ruka. No, not Sol Ruka. Who was it? somebody had worked the main event a couple weeks ago, and they're like, "Oh, they already got demoted." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
I think it's Ivy Nile. Is that who you think?
No, not Ivy Nile. Because Ivy Nile's everywhere. I think she's competed in NXT. I think she's shown up in NXT and Evolve. I wouldn't like say anything ill about Ivy Nile. Honestly, she's doing her part. She's obviously helping the other teams, the other girls and stuff. So I mean, she's still there for a reason. You know what I mean? Like not everybody's going to be on TV. Like we say, some people take on a role backstage, and that's what'll get them places or keep them around at least till something gets figured out for them. But it was somebody who's been a major player recently, and then they just had one match on main event. They're like, oh, they got demoted already, and then the next week they were back on SmackDown. I'll look it up. I'll find it. I'll find it and I'll send it your way. But I mean, they've got a lot of bangers. They've got a lot of stuff going on, and just with being able to interchange the pieces has always made it fun. There's a lot that we can switch in and out. And then now we'll go into our last match since we're talking about interchanging pieces. Let's see, what did we have?
Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys in the street fight. Tell me the last time.
I was going to go to the promo with Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman first, where Braun Breaker called out Paul Heyman for being friends with Oba.
I mean, listen. I mean, Braun and
more seeds. Those are the seeds right there for Braun Breaker to leave division.
But
give it a couple weeks. You know?
And the other thing too, why? And again, I'm just thinking about this as we're sitting here talking. But why did nobody think that after what Brock Lesnar did, that maybe him and Oba had like some type of an agreement that now that Brock's done, or he passed the torch in a way on Saturday. Maybe he passed Paul Heyman to Oba.
He's like, you can have my manager too.
Here's the torch and here's my manager. Ta-da! You know.
Oh man, he's like, hey, I forgot to tell you, Oba, the rights to Paul Heyman were on the line. Congratulations, you won.
literally, the custody of Paul. We had custody of Dominic 21 years ago. 21 years later, custody of Paul Heyman. Hell in the Cell.
Ooh, right there, Brock Lesnar versus Oba versus Braun Breaker.
I'm dead.
Paul Heyman on the pole. Paul Heyman is hanging from a pole. And whoever takes them down gets to keep him.
Man, I think Brock might be done. I think Brock, because apparently he was the one that advocated and tried to get it to be the main event. They probably gave him the main event and was like, listen, like, this is your last match. Go out there, main event the show, do your thing, and then pass the torch and everything else like that. Because he did get moved to the alumni section too in WWE. So again, I know that happened last time, but again, like, it's just one of those things that just to keep an eye out, because sometimes, just like when Big Cass and Danhausen got removed from AEW, it was like, oh my God, they're coming to WWE, and well, look, they're at WWE. So
he's like, oh my God, they're coming to WWE.
That's what happened.
Fucking Tito. And that's probably exactly what happens, because as soon as they see that shit, it's already all over the internet. Reportedly, Danhausen headed to WWE after being moved to AEW alumni section.
I think that's why I hate social media so much. Like, yes, I use it, and yes, and everything, and everybody gets mad at me, and everybody's like, you're on social media. You just sit on your phone. You do. Like, how do you expect to do anything? But, like, that's been the worst thing about social media. Like, everybody ruins everything, from like TV shows to wrestling to sports to like yesterday I was finding out about trades 10 minutes before they were even happening or being announced. It's just like, it's not fun that way. I hate it. It's no fun.
I think it's because people get paid on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok now. It's like whoever can do the best gets to see.
And I get it. I mean, I'm that type of guy. I'm that person that posts something as soon as they announce, or somebody, like, as soon as Big Cash returned or Becky Lynch, I made a short. You know, I'm that guy. But like, I don't know. I just feel like.
And then, I mean, it's a lot of copy and paste. It's better if it's original content, which is like a lot of what we got here. So don't forget to subscribe to the Main Event Wrestling Network. We're trying to get to 420 subscribers. You knew I was going to plug it, man. This is our show. We got to get to 420 subscribers. Subscribe today. We have original videos, original mixers, original thoughts, opinions that aren't pre-written from somebody else's copy and pasted tweet. You're going to get a bunch of losers that talk about wrestling. If you're into that kind of stuff, this is the right place for you to do it. We've got all kinds of original content, not hundreds. We got, like, I think 19, 20 different faces in our network. We've got a little bit of something for everybody.
I mean,
I guarantee you'll find something for yourself here at our network.
I agree with you on that. I will say though, shout out to Small Afro. He's a wrestling content creator, gaming creator, and everything. He did an episode last week, and he made a really good point on that. That you said it's kind of hard in the wrestling content creation world because everybody kind of does that, and it's like unless you were like BDE starting in the beginning, it's like somebody's gonna take like I do like my simulations, like Brandon and him do the same thing. So it is a lot of copy and paste, but it's just like one of those things. It's like what kind of different type of ideas can you really come up with? And I mean, I try my best to come up with like my own spin of things, the best of my ability. But I mean, there's only so much you can really do when like we're all doing simulations, we're all doing different things. But like you said, there are things here that we do differently. But I mean, it's very difficult to find that original content in the wrestling world with everybody doing live streaming, everybody talking wrestling, everybody going live as soon as the show is over. Like, and that's the thing too. It's like I kind of think about it too, where it's like there's times where like I'm live at like 8 a.m. on a Thursday and I'm like, oh shit, the OTM guys are live. And I'm like, and like that's the same thing where it's just like you got to kind of think about that too, where it's just like people have their own schedules and there's people that like look forward to like I know maybe people don't like him, but JD from New York, like as soon as the show goes over, they go and watch him. He's got like 6,000 people waiting. And it's just one of those things where it just you got to kind of find your own things. But I mean, there's only really so much original content you can come up with in the wrestling content creation with just everything. And that's why but I think that's why it helps there's so many different types because you're our AAA guy. Like I could not tell you who's AAA champion, but I know you could tell me who's every champion right now. So just one of those things that everybody kind of knows a little bit of everything. Or like me, like if you ask me about a Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, I could tell you what probably main evented. So it's just one of those things that the fact that everybody kind of has their own little niche is very helpful because but again, you got to have a team around you to do it, or you can't do this shit alone. So I just wanted to make that point because once you brought that, because you're right about the copy and paste, everything is kind of so much similar.
Nobody has what we have. Nobody has a wake and bake show.
True that.
Not that I. And
they do.
And a quick peek behind the curtain, but when Kyle was looking to start a new show, he was like, "I want to do a morning show, a recap show. What do we do?" You know what I mean? And it's not just being like, "Hey, let's do this." Yeah, let's do it. Like there was a lot of brainstorming. Like we had to come up with a reason to have a show, a reason to have people be like, well, it's like you say, I already saw JD from New York talk about it last night. Why do I need to watch this guy? We'll talk about it. Oh, well, this fucking why.
And that's kind of where I get to, where I'm like, I'm doing things and I'm like, why are people going to watch my recap when it's like 12 hours later and people probably watched his? And it's just like, well, I still do it because people like the consistency, and I do get people that are like, well, why didn't you do this? And that's kind of where like I feel like I get FOMO a lot. Like if I don't do one, I'm like, damn, I really should have, because people are asking for it. And if people want to ask, then I'll do it. You ask for it, I'll do anything that people want me to ask for, because that's what again at the end of the day is about too, is kind of giving the people what they want sometimes.
Yeah. So I mean, if you subscribe to us, I guarantee you'll find whatever you're looking for. I promise you that. And if not, we'll make a new show and we'll help you out here. Okay, so we've got one more thing left to talk about. Roman Reigns has told Jacob Fatu, Royce Keys is not your family. I am. And they had a street fight, and it looks like we may have Royce Keys off TV a little bit.
Man, that site, I will say, this main event right here is something I didn't think. It wasn't Roman Reigns. It wasn't LA Knight. It wasn't fucking the same people. It was two guys that are trying to make a name for themselves, and two guys that if you're at a Raw, you're probably like, damn, who is this Royce Keys? Who is this Jacob Fatu guy? And that, like we've talked about a lot today with these superstars, like that's how you make big time superstars, and that's how you make people, because now that visual of I keep almost saying it, Royce Keys, I think that's going to be something that we don't forget. And yeah, I think he'll be out for maybe a couple weeks and then he'll return and take him out. But I mean, that match was great. I enjoyed every second of it. And my internet came back on during this match, so that was the bonus. So I was happy I was able to watch it in its entirety, because that's where I'm at. So, yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I thought it was really good. It was a good way to do all of the stuff that they did. And then obviously at the end of the match, we got Roman Reigns. And I thought the show ended, but then obviously Roman Reigns walked back, and then he talked to the greatest luchador of all time. And apparently Rey Mysterio said, I need you on my show because I have no ratings, because I'm Rey Mysterio and I only care about myself. Does that make you feel better, GBH?
That's right on point, actually. Oh, man.
There you go.
First, he doesn't book the show, and now he's got to get Roman Reigns to give him a main event. Get the fuck out of here. I think this was excellent. It keeps the story going. They're probably going to eliminate Solo next, which is the reason why Roman told the guys don't touch LA Knight. They're going to get rid of all the help that LA Knight has to kind of like, intimidate him a little bit. And then when Roman and LA Knight do have a match, I think the brothers and Jacob will come out just to like show their presence, but not get involved. And then we'll get returns from Solo Sikoa and Royce Keys to even the odds, to get them all on TV, to solidify Solo as a friend of LA Knight. And then when LA Knight wins the championship, everyone's going to go crazy because he conquered the bloodline all by himself. I mean, it's all right here. This is all being built for LA Knight to win the championship. Honestly, they are stacking the odds against LA Knight, despite the fact that he's already in the main event title picture. They're going to stack the odds against him, and he's going to overcome him, and people still won't be happy.
Well, right, nobody's ever happy.
Yeah. So
I mean, yesterday I've talked about different sports a lot today, but trade deadline yesterday was yesterday. And people are crying and bitching and complaining because people didn't make this move and that move and this move and that move. But it's like, are you trying to ruin your organization by just making a move? like the Red Sox, they traded 5 players for a guy that has a wrist injury that's on the IL that isn't going to be back until the middle of August. Like, huh? Why are you doing this? So it's just like, why? I don't know.
Damn,
I don't know where that came from, but
you're really serious about your baseball, huh?
I am, and it's funny because I didn't get to get all this out during the Southside Boys yesterday because I was having I was having moving issues, so but gotta love it. But no, I mean, it's just it's one of those things. But I mean,
what you gotta do, ruin your organization?
I mean, it does. It incorporates into wrestling too, where it's just one of those things that it's crazy though how much wrestling and other sports are kind of in sync with each other, and not just all types of different sports.
There have been times where I have said, like, hey, just blow up the fucking team, trade everybody, fuck it, they all fucking suck, start over. just sign a bunch of guys from NBDL, give them call up your entire minor league team, give them a fucking shot. Fuck all these guys, get these billionaire fucking prima donnas out of here, let these guys ball. Like The Replacements. You ever seen The Replacements?
I love that movie, yeah.
When they had nothing but scabs, and they made the fucking playoffs.
Exactly. or you lose 121 games and break the modern day record in baseball history for losing the most games ever. So
what is it that they say? Tank on purpose for like a higher draft pick or some shit? Because
they can't do that no more though. They don't want to do that. You can't do that no more. They banned it. So even if you like when the White Sox lost 121 games, they were the worst team by 36 games, and they got the 10th pick in the draft.
Man.
But another thing that happens for a reason, because everything that they've been through the last 3-4 years, now they're in first place. They're killing it. They made some trades yesterday. So, again, just like the wrestling, everything happens for a reason, and that's just where all of this kind of goes to. And it just with like Royce Keys and Jacob Fatu, I know we're getting off track again and all of this, but I just think that it was a really good match, and it was really good showing for both of them to go out there and be able to put on a show for a crowd that might not know who Royce Keys is, and they might be like, isn't that guy from AEW? Because I bet you people were like that last night. They're like, who's that guy? Wasn't he on AEW? Wasn't he with freaking Jericho or whatever the hell he was doing? I forgot.
And because they're in the main event storyline, they got the main event.
Exactly. And it was a different type of a main event. And for me, I love main events like that. Like I was talking about last week, when my friend's still trying to get me to go to Raw. He was mad we didn't go to SmackDown in Wisconsin. I'm like, bro, so you want me to spend $3,000 to go Raw and a SmackDown in Wisconsin? I'm like, yeah, no. So I'm just like, I would like that Raw.
Check doesn't come into the 15th.
No, literally. It's actually the 21st. I get my YouTube money. So, if anyone's curious, there you go, guys. A little back behind the scenes. 21st of every month, I get money. Yay. So, but I mean,
everybody, when you guys want some pizza, hit up Tino on the 21st. He'll buy you pizza.
Maybe I might, but I mean,
just don't answer your phone that day. Fuck, everybody's tagging me and shit. They probably want pizza.
Man, I'm surprised I even got. I got one phone call as soon as we started. Usually, as soon as we start these episodes, I get a phone call, and no phone calls.
What are you doing? Working, making your YouTube money again? Ain't got time for us.
Not well. I was gonna go see Spider-Man today, but
You still haven't seen it?
Well, I bought tickets last week to go and see it today, but because I thought that they would all be gone and everything would be gone because I have to change the code on my house too. I don't want to leave my house and have somebody show up and try to be walking around my house. So now I don't know what to do. So I might just have to eat the money and go in next week. But I want to
give it away to somebody.
How do you give away a movie ticket?
Give it to your mom.
Oh, there you go. I'm gonna put it on X. Anybody in Wisconsin that follows Tino Time, claim it and go. Here's a movie ticket. Go see Spider-Man.
Why the fuck not?
I mean, honestly, I might try it. Just why you're right. Like, why the hell not? What
go waste? Then you're just feeding the machine for nothing. Like, let somebody else go see it then if you're not gonna go.
That's true. I mean, honestly, I might just make a short after we're done here.
There you go. Just be like, hey, it's Tino's time. We're giving away a ticket to Spider-Man for Tino's time. If you're following Tino's time.
In Wisconsin. You got to be in Wisconsin, though, because the ticket's in Wisconsin.
You got to be in Tino's time zone?
Yeah, the Tino time zone.
We got to make that a thing, the Tino's time zone. It's like it's the same time in every time zone. So, okay, we'll about wrap this up. So, I mean,
we got 23 hours left. What do you mean?
We haven't gotten to 420 yet.
Wait, we're 18 away.
They weren't going to do They never did Breaker and Jacob Fatu, huh?
I don't know. Did they?
Because I know they teased it at the Rumble, but not in singles. But I mean, like, with Royce Keys and Jacob Fatu haven't interacted so much recently and haven't interacted in that match at SummerSlam, last night was the perfect time to do that main event. I mean, it was in the perfect spot too. It was the perfect reason. You could do it later, but it would feel like, they waited too long for this, or I don't really care about this, or they might have something going on where people don't really care either. Right now was the perfect time, and like I said, they've eliminated Royce Keys from the equation. They're gonna go after Solo next. You know what I mean? I think that's what Roman has figured out, is that he's just gonna take them out one by one. So Royce Keys is probably out of the picture. Solo's next, and it's just going to be LA Knight by himself. I don't know, man. It's looking good for LA Knight in my point of view, and Roman Reigns is about to put him over huge.
Yeah, gonna be interesting. I cannot wait to see where this goes. But I think we got to talk about the last thing that happened I guess after the show, after Roman walked back.
I mean, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? Do we get Roman? I mean, I don't think we're going to get Roman on AAA TV. It's pre-recorded. It's not really going to give it a boost.
But don't you think that would give him a reason to be on it if it's pre-taped? He could show up, do a pre-tape, and then leave instead of having their live.
They're not going to get the numbers. The point is to get the numbers. Otherwise, they would have had Roman Reigns on NXT a million times.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's got to be for ratings, and it's got to be for people that love Roman Reigns because they're going to watch. I'm going live for both nights of Triple Mania just because it's the biggest show of the year and everything. So I think that it would give people to watch and a reason to watch that might not watch AAA all the time, because you're going to get those people that be like, "Ooh, I just want to tune into that." And that's why, like with SummerSlam too, like SummerSlam is like one of the biggest events where you had like my mom and stepdad were watching it. And they don't watch wrestling; they just watch the big events. So you probably had a lot of people that do that stuff. That just,
yeah. Because this coming Saturday is week 3 of Verano de Escándalo, and that's it. They pre-recorded that last Saturday, all 3 weeks. Last Saturday, this past Saturday, and this coming Saturday. Recorded it all 2 weeks ago. I think after that, we're gonna get a Roman promo, but pre-recorded. So he's going to issue a challenge, or he's going to tell a AAA talent like, I've beaten everybody in my division. Which one of you wants to step up? Who wants to step up to the plate? Or they're going to do shut the fuck up. Do some sort of tournament or something. I don't know. I mean, I think that dog probably likes Rey Mysterio or something. But
where's my dog?
I like it. I think we're going to get Rey Mysterio versus Penta, honestly.
Yeah, probably. I'm surprised Rey Mysterio didn't come out when Chad Gable was out there. So I thought for sure Rey Mysterio was going to come out, like you said, but then Penta came out. So, I'm interested to see. Maybe he just does something like quickly or, but again, it's just something at the end of the day, what they do is they're doing exactly what they wanted to do. We're talking about it, and that's what they want. They want people to be talking about this, and they want people to be like, the fact I had a friend text me at 11 o'clock last night being like, what was Roman doing with Rey Mysterio? I was all confused. I'm like, what? Huh? I had no idea what the hell was going on. So,
and you know what? With him showing up on Monday and not being a thing like Rey Mysterio showing up on AAA and be like, I spoke to Roman Reigns and we're gonna talk some business. No, like they did it on Raw specifically for people to tune in this Saturday. So what I think is this Saturday, they're gonna put together a promo package of Roman Reigns talking and just showing a bunch of his highlights, like of what he's done the last few weeks, who he's beaten up, and he's gonna talk about issuing a challenge for AAA. Like, they're not even going to show his face of him talking. It's just going to be him talking, highlights, AAA style. And I think they're going to try to get a ratings boost for AAA. I mean, they don't have a TV deal in America yet. They could be putting that into the works, which is also a reason why Rey Mysterio is the GM, apparently. But with Triple Mania coming up, they could secure a TV deal. I wouldn't mind seeing Roman Reigns show up at Triple Mania. I mean, it's in Vegas. It's in a huge stadium. And it wouldn't even have to be for a championship. I mean, he could defend his championship there against somebody from AAA. It's not out of the question. I would love to see Roman Reigns versus El Messias, honestly. But, I mean, this could be a lot of fun. I think we'll end up getting Roman versus Penta, to be honest. That feels like the safe bet from whoever's in AAA right now.
It'd be such a good match.
But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be such a good match with those two. And yeah, I mean, it's got to be somebody like Penta or that guy that you mentioned. I just cannot pronounce half of these guys' names in AAA, so I ain't even going to try. But I mean, yeah, I think him having a match with somebody like that, or him doing, like you said, like one of those video packages. Do you think there's a lot of people that are AAA fans that don't watch WWE? So,
Yeah,
like they're getting,
definitely.
they're learning who these WWE superstars. Because I was thinking about that. I'm like, I wonder how many people from AAA really know who like a Roman or, you know, whoever they are. And so that's something else too you got to think about, like how many people, like obviously everybody pretty much knows Roman, but I mean there probably are still people that are like, who's this Roman Reigns guy that everybody's up, why are they putting the ones up? I can just imagine talking to somebody like, why are you putting your one, like what's the one?
Yeah, because people who watch AAA know the wrestlers that used to be in AAA. That's why someone like Jack Cartwheel gets good pops in AAA, because he worked in AAA before WWE. So it's not like he just worked there because they're like, oh, hey, we need our guys in AAA. Let's send, hey, you, Jack Cartwheel, go work in AAA. Like there's a reason these guys are in AAA. Joaquin Wilde worked AAA before WWE. Cruz del Toro worked AAA before WWE. A lot of these guys, they did their time in AAA as part of their indie runs. Karrion Kross was in a AAA for a little while. He's actually got a card with AAA, a trading card. There's a lot of names I forget. AJ Styles had a match in AAA before WWE.
There's just a lot of people that have shown up, and that's the thing. I mean, again, just like we've talked about a lot this episode, it doesn't hurt to have all these people show up everywhere else, because then you get them out there, you get names out there.
They already know them most times. So, and Ludwig Kaiser, he worked in AAA before he was El Grande Americano. I mean, like people think he learned Spanish over fucking night. No, he didn't. I mean, there was a reason they said, hey, let's have this guy be El Grande Americano, because they know he has roots in Mexico. They know he speaks Spanish. I mean, people aren't stupid. They know who he is too. You know what I mean? Like if they knew he was a fraud back then, they wouldn't love him now. They wouldn't say, oh, you know, Kaiser was fake to us back then. Fuck that guy. We hate El Grande Americano. No, like they know who he is. They love him for real. That's why they love him as El Grande Americano. They respect him. AAA fans really don't know everyone in WWE. And they only knew Dominic Mysterio, obviously, because Rey Mysterio's son, but he also may have done I don't remember if he was in AAA, but he may have shown up a few times. He may have been a guest or just knows the talent. Obviously, I mean, he grew up around them, so he could have shadowed them backstage or something without having to be on TV. But yeah, it's really, really different for AAA fans to watch WWE. Not a lot of them watch it. They don't like it. But I think they would welcome Roman Reigns with open arms, honestly, if he showed up.
And again, I think that, like you said, like it's not everybody's forte. And I mean, that's the thing. It's not everybody's favorite. Like right now, AEW just isn't my favorite. Like I'll watch it and I'll like whatever, but it's just something I just am not like. It's not like program TV that I'm sitting down on my couch at 7:00. So I mean,
yeah, this is not for you.
Yeah, and that's fine, and that's where I think it's okay for people to like AAA and everything, because I mean the fact that they're having people get over in AAA like the Viking Raiders and stuff like that, it really does help. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what Roman does, but it can only help at the end of the day. The only thing that Roman can do is go there and help AAA. So I'm excited. Again, it's not like Undertaker isn't in charge, so now we're going to have Undertaker and Roman Reigns working together. I mean, you know, there will be 10 years since they had their match at WrestleMania next year. That's fucking insane. Oh my god.
He said it's been 10 years. Like he knew that one. You did know that one.
I did know that one.
Those are the ones he got right here, ready to go, huh?
I did.
Like, it was exactly 10 years. And then next year, you're going to say it was exactly 11 years ago that Roman Reigns and The Undertaker had a match at WrestleMania.
Well, it's been 9 years. 10 years will be when WrestleMania happens next year, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, of course. But see, you know what I mean? That's what's beautiful about the network. We all know a little bit of everything, and we're always ready to go. So, I mean,
the problem. That's why I need to do like a trivia thing. But my problem is I struggle under pressure, and then I fail, and then I'm like, damn. And then I think about it, and I'm like, shit.
Just do it live. You're in your element when you're live. Just do that.
I think that's why I like doing shows live, because if I fuck up, it is what it is. Or if I say something, or like the internet issues now, I'm just like, let's go with it, guys. Let's make it fun. Like I'm just like, I'm gonna go on my phone. I'm gonna walk around my house. Like I don't. And now that nobody's here, I can actually show my house, and it doesn't look like a fucking hoarder house.
Is it just you at the house?
Now it is me and my dog. Yeah.
Nice. How big is the house?
It's I got a bedroom. I have a loft area. I have 2 loft areas. I have a living room, and then I have a podcast room and a kitchen and 2 bathrooms. So it's a pretty big house. But the problem is,
the house?
Huh?
How'd you? Oh, you bought it with your YouTube money?
Oh yeah, all my YouTube money. Well, when my grandma died, I got some money, and then my parents helped me and stuff like that. But we figure it out. And I thought if I paid rent and everything, I thought I owned the house, but I guess I'm just a renter, so it is what it is. But I've never owned a house, and I don't know these things. So I mean, again, I'm just happy to have a place.
I mean, you're renting a whole ass house by yourself. That's tight, man. I'd say you're doing pretty good for yourself. You know what I mean?
I know. And that was the thing too, where it was like you wanted to stay or you wanted to do this and that. You don't want to help, but it's just like I don't use, like right now is the most electricity I'll use. The rest of the day, all my shit will be off until 7 o'clock when I start NXT. Because I don't like electricity. So it's just like all my bills are gonna go down. Like I don't spend a lot.
He said I don't like electricity.
Like especially when it's light outside, sun's out, it's a little nice out. I try to open the window.
Is it because you've been struck by lightning or something?
Maybe. I don't freaking know.
Maybe. You don't even remember, huh?
Yeah, no, but it's just like it's like sad because it's just like I love having people over. I love having people like I'd love to have like you guys all come down, like the network, like have like a weekend in Wisconsin or something like that. And it just one of those things where it's just like it sucks because I'm not that type of person that's mean. I don't want to ever do anything to anybody that's bad, but it's just like if you can't help and you can't do things, it's not that difficult because I'm not a messy person. Like I am messy, but like right now my desk is a mess. I need to clean it because it's driving me insane. So like I need like or like I got dishes in the sink, bro. Like and it's like I'm walking around and I'm just like, oh.
It's just gonna keep piling up, and then you have a watch along and you don't do it.
I know. Well, that's the problem, and that's where it's like I can only do so much, and people are like, "Oh, well, you do this, you do that, you just sit there." Like I've gotten all you do is sit there and I just sit here. I just sit here and I twiddle my thumbs all day long is all I do, and I sit here and talk to It's like okay, that's fine. But then when I have all these subscribers and all these people, I don't want to hear you because I keep growing and like I'm 1 away
that's
from.
Right, that's right. You tell him, Tito. Tell him what time it is.
4,600 subscribers. We are almost on the road to, and I didn't think I'd ever hit 100. So
we gotta get to 420 though. What about us, man?
I know. Well, you didn't let me get there. You don't let me, listen here, Mike.
Cool.
We are on the road to 420. We're 18 away. We might be 17 away now. Maybe if one of my subscribers subscribed, So 420 over here, and I mean that's the thing too, where it's just like, but again, like I would do anything for anybody, but I don't want to ever feel like I'm being taken advantage of. And the last 2 people I've had here, like I've now have a rule where you could stay for 2 days and then you gotta leave. Like I'd rather be alone and not have to deal with it than be with somebody and have the anxiety and the being told to fuck off during the live stream is not fun. And then people can hear it, and that's not what I want. So, because I'm sitting here.
That's what's best for you, my man. But you know what?
Yeah, hey, a therapy session on Kayfabe Coffee. Welcome, guys.
We got your back, brother. You see that? We even got therapy here, guys. So if you guys ever want to shoot the shit,
literally,
just bring some weed.
I thought I had therapy tomorrow. Nope, I had therapy today, which is fine. I could talk all day.
Check that off the box. You're like, now I have more time to clean my desk.
That's literally what I'm doing. It's like driving me insane.
Oh man! All right, I think we've held people up here long enough. You've got a desk to clean. I've got errands to run.
I got more stuff to smoke.
And yeah, What smoke, Joe? Tell him, Tino. Tell him what we want. Come on, man.
Halfway gone, so I can do it a little bit more. Hey, what do you want?
It gets me every time, man.
I'm gonna need Kyle to clip that so I can add it to my intro or add it. I think I'm gonna try to have the guy that made my intro maybe try to make a Main Event Network intro if I can get everybody send me like 10-second clips of like their like videos or something like that maybe.
That would be cool, yeah.
Get the Main Event intro out. That would be helpful because I've noticed the intro helps when people are like when I first started, people are like watching and waiting for like the intro. So I don't know, maybe something.
You know what? Yeah, you might be cooking something here. I'll talk to the front office. I'll see what we can get figured out, my man. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get out of here. We talked about
Dave Dombrowski.
This fucking guy. And we even talked some baseball with the Big Red Machine here. So, Tino, why don't you tell everybody what you got going on this week, what we got to expect from you in the coming days and whatnot, and where they can find you.
Well, if you don't know, Tino's Time Everywhere. We are on the road to 4,600 subscribers. So appreciate everybody that does come and hang out over there. We will be live tonight for NXT all week for all of the shows. We also have the Southside Boys over there, so come and hang out with us as we talk White Sox baseball every Monday at 5 o'clock. We just had Jordan on the channel, so we appreciate him. I appreciate you, GBH, letting me come here and vent and talk and therapy and all the things on Kayfabe Coffee. We kind of did a little bit of everything, so I appreciate it. But yeah, come and hang out. I try my best to be entertaining. We have buffer streams sometimes, but we get through it. We have ourselves some fun.
I told you a million times you're a co-host. You don't have to thank me for being here.
I don't know.
Thank you for showing up to work, Tino.
Hey, well, there you go. I always show up. That's been the biggest thing for me is no matter what, I always try to show up because, like I've always said, I never have had people show up for me, and I've had a lot of abandonment issues. So when I show up for people and I know I can show up and be there, it's one of those things that really messes with me if I do cancel a show or something. So the fact that I am able to just show up every week and help as much as I can, it really does, because it's just one of those things that I know people look forward to this, and I don't want to ever like have them wake up on a Tuesday and they're like, oh, well, we want to listen to Tino and GBH, and then it's just GBH.
Yeah.
So,
and then they get their going, and then like, where the fuck is Bluntino? This is bullshit. They like throw their joint away.
It's always been my thing. I always say, unless I'm like puking or on my deathbed, I will do a show the best of my abilities and try my best to make it as entertaining as possible. So the way you gotta go, keep on pushing.
Hell yeah, that's right.
Till next Tuesday.
Till next Tuesday. I mean, we're about to see you in a couple hours anyway. But yeah, we'll be back for the next episode of Kayfabe Coffee next Tuesday. We at the Main Event Network. We're at 402 subscribers. Tonight we have Tino's Watch Along. We've got the NXT Night Shift 10 minutes after the show, I believe, or 9 minutes. I forget what the exact interval is. We've got a bunch of content this week to look out for. Look out for Kicking Out Podcast, OPA 3-Way, Tino as always, the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, IW Guide. I know Big Bad Boris got some stuff going on with us. Mouthing Off with Mike. I believe he has a weekly show as well. I mean, we've got so much going on at the network. Pluggo, I believe him and JPJ have a show together that they've got on their stuff going on. JPJ will be here for the Wake and Bake. For Kayfabe Coffee on Thursday, the morning J. So if you guys like to talk AEW and smoke the dub, come on through. JPJ's got your back. We just did a few blogs this weekend. You guys can go ahead and check them out, see how we did with our predictions. We predicted round 2 of TNA Knockouts tournament, both nights of SummerSlam, week 2 of AAA. And we predicted a Warrior Wrestling Street Rumble, which should be available on my AEW soon. That's right. Warrior Wrestling is on my AEW, so make sure you check that out. Other than that, we've got nothing else going on today besides Tino and Night Shift. But, just keep an eye on our socials. Make sure you subscribe. We're 18 away from 420. And as I always say, if I ain't there when you blaze a blunt, please think of me. Take it easy, guys. Take care.
What up, though? You already know what it is. Best in the world, a.k.a. The Problem. Isaiah Bronin. And you're watching the Main Event Wrestling Network.